to be daring, baby, dance the night away. I let my head down if I want. Hey, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, hi and welcome. So for today's video, I'll be showing you how to create some easy farmhouse style signs. If I want, let yourself be free, and maybe you will find that there is more to life than being pretty. Honey, let's just face it. So for the first time, I'm taking these packs of canvas panels. It's a 5-pack I got from Michael's, and I'm going to be using 2. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and paint both of them white. And why I'm painting them white is because it makes the vinyl stick easy and transfer tape come off easy. The color white that I'm using is the brand white I'm using is the Home Decor chalk paint. It's the Adirondack or Adirondack. Not sure, but it's white chalk paint. And so we're just going to say white chalk paint. So the next thing I'm going to do is you can use paint mixing sticks, but I'm using 1x2s. And I did cut them down to fit my side. Now you can have them a little longer or you can have them fit to the canvas. I like the way they look a little longer than the canvas. And so that's what I did. I cut them down. I cut 4 because I'm making 2 of these type of signs. After I did that, I went ahead and used some of the antique wax by Waverly. Yes, the antique wax by Waverly. And I stained all of my sticks. Now I wanted to try this. I see a lot of people say it's better because it doesn't stain your hands and everything. But I'm gonna use it because I'm gonna finish using all of it. But I actually still like the look of the wood stain, the dark walnut that I always use. I like that look better, even though it does stain your hands up. So once that was done, I went ahead and I'm going to go ahead and glue the sticks to my canvas using some Gorilla Wood glue. Now I did go down a little bit far, but I did wipe that off. So I'm going to lay these down with the wrong side facing me, because this is the back. And I'm going to go ahead and use my staple gun and staple this to the wood, since I'm not about to sit here and let this dry. And I'm using this staple gun I got from Lowe's. It is a really good staple gun. It's also a brad nailer too. So it's like 2 in 1. And it was only $30. And it works really good and it's corded. And I really like this. So if you do not have one and you do little small crafts or DIYs, I think this is really fun to get for you to do your projects with. And especially if you like making signs. So once that was done, I went ahead and laid down my vinyl. Now I got this off of Pinterest. I'm pretty sure you've seen it on Pinterest, but it was on a different type of sign. It was more of a frame sign, but I decided that I'm gonna do one on this canvas style type sign, and it turned out really, really cute. So the last thing is some string to hang this. So I'm just using some jute twine and my regular staple gun, and I placed it from complete as far as the end to the end of the sign that I can get. That's why I stapled it to make it even, and I cut both strings the same length. And that was it. You can use sawtooth hooks to hang this with if you don't like the string, or you can hide the string and sit these up on a shelf, or completely just not add the string at all. So it's up to you. So next I found this beautiful piece of weathered wood. It says weathered wood bundle. So pretty. I wish I can find wood like this all the time. I should have gotten 2 of them. It was $12.99. You get 4 pieces, and but I got 40% off. I'm going to be using 1. This wood is so pretty, so pretty. I will be going back to get more. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to be using that white chalk paint that we talked about in the beginning to go ahead and paint this wood. And it looks so pretty with the white brushed over top of it, because you can still see some of the wood, the natural wood coming through, showing through. I had to come back and say, do you see how beautiful this looks with this wood showing through? So pretty. So now I was going to add vinyl, but I wanted to create a stencil for this. So now it's a lot of ways that everybody does their stencils. By me going for that more rustic look, I did not care if this came out perfect, because I was going to sand over top of the wording anyway. Now, if you want to get a perfect stencil, I've seen different videos where as though you add Mod Podge first and let it dry and then add your paint. But I did not do that. And you want to use a regular brush instead of a dabbing brush, you know, little circular brushes. But that's what I used, because like I said, I knew what I was doing, what the look I was going for. So here I just went ahead and rubbed it down, and now I'm going to remove my transfer tape. Then I'm going to go ahead and add my paint. I'm using the Waverly Chalk paint in the color Ink. If you can see, it's not perfect like I said, but I also learned that you want to remove everything while, you know, the stencil is still wet. Then I've seen some people, they let it dry and they remove it. But now you see that it's a couple of little black spots from the black chalk paint, the ink chalk paint that I added, but it's fine because the look I was going for is more that antique, rustic farmhouse look, whatever you might call it, but that's the look I was going for, and it turned out really nice. It's so pretty. Once that was done, I always grab some of these bread nails. You can get them from Michael's and Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby have them in, I believe, the same section as like their small wood pieces. And they got like different, they buy the brand Wood Pile, and they got like really pretty brass hinges, little tiny handles, knobs, and all that type of stuff. So if you haven't seen that out in Hobby Lobby, you should probably try it out, because you can create your own signs cheaper just going into Hobby Lobby to get stuff, especially when it's on sale. So just make sure you check that out. And here it is. Didn't I tell you how pretty this came out? This turned out. So right here I have it placed on my hutch just for the video, but you could leave it on your hutch. You can place it at the top of your hutch, and you just see how pretty it is, especially if you like that rustic farmhouse, that antique farmhouse look. You can also add these on some shelves. I plan on putting this over top of my pantry. So for the next sign, I'm taking this little craft. It's like a do-it-yourself DIY. And what got me was the picture. And I'm like, you know what? My mother told me I have not made her a wreath yet. And I'm guessing that's my job to do so. So I wanted to go ahead and create a wreath for her. Now, I didn't notice until the video that you actually can take the frame out or the sign apart. So that's exactly what I did. And that was a lot better because I wanted to do more than just add vinyl to this. So I'm going to lay down the word, and then I'm going to be putting on my wreath so I can mark off where I want to paint, use some black chalk paint. So I did that at the bottom and I did it at the top. So like I said, I'm going to be adding some black chalk paint. Now I did 3 coats using my heat tool to dry in between those 3 coats. And then I'm also going to be using some white chalk paint to go over, of course, the white part of the sign. And you know why, because I have to explain this to you in the beginning. It makes the vinyl stick better and the transfer tape to come off easier. So I went ahead and did that. I only did 1 coat and I let that dry while I used my heating tool to let that dry. Once that was done, I poured this up and it came out perfect, and I couldn't believe it because I'm not really good at this. But hey, practice makes perfect, huh? So then I'm gonna go ahead and take that antique wax and go ahead and stain my frame. So as I said, I was making this for my mother. So the idea came from Pinterest. She is not a guest person or a person who likes guests. So I thought this sign fits her front door really good. So it just says welcome-ish, depends who you are. And that's really true with my mother. She don't like company, but it depends on who it is. She might be more welcome-ish. So I thought this was really cute and it fits her. So I decided to add some Mod Podge to this since it was not for me. Because if it falls apart on me or the vinyl comes up on me, I can just refix it. But I know my mother just probably let it fall apart and then keep telling me I need to fix it. So I added some Mod Podge to this so everything can just, you know, stick better. Now for the frame part, I had some of these boxwood greenery that I had left over. Walmart did not have any greenery, at least what I was looking for. So good thing I had this in my stash. And I'm gonna go ahead and take the longer pieces and I'm gonna staple them down just using my regular staple gun, my heavy duty staple gun. And the smaller pieces, I'm actually gonna glue them down using my hot glue gun. Now what I did, and I didn't show this, I did this off camera, I just placed my sign, the sign part back down to see where I wanted, where I liked the look of the greenery added. Then I also add some at the top part, the right top corner, because I like the way it looked. I just kept placing my sign down, trying to figure out where I wanted my greenery added. And it's up to you where you want yours added. So next I'm going to add a bow using this ribbon I got from Walmart. It was $2.97. And I knew it was missing something, so I said I'll go ahead and add a bow. So if you want to see how I create my bows, maybe slower, I'll leave some videos up at the top so you can click on them if you would like to see how I make my bows. Then I go ahead and just add my bow. I use a lot of glue because it's kind of hard for it to stick, I guess, from the wax that I use, because it's really not stain, it's actually wax. So it's kind of, I don't know, I can't explain it, but I had to do that. So that was it for this video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel and you're looking at this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you do, make sure to tap the notification bell so you will not miss out on any future videos that I upload. And thanks for watching, and bye-bye.